Hello, what's up guys? Welcome to finally another video. In this one, I'm gonna be once again giving my thoughts on Bitcoin, and I'll also go over some alts from FTX, alright? First things first, this video is once again sponsored by PrimeXBT. PrimeXBT is an online exchange where you can trade all kinds of different assets, not only crypto, you can also trade Forex there and indices. Like the SPX or commodities like gold, silver. All right, I've been with them for years, and I just love them. The team is great, the exchange is great. You can have collateral in different kinds of assets as well, so definitely worth checking them out. I will leave a link in the description which you can use, and if you use that link you can also use my promo code for a 50% deposit bonus. All right, so it's definitely worth checking out PrimeXBT, so make sure to do so. All right, now let's get into the video. Starting off with Bitcoin. So I'm gonna be starting off on the weekly time frame. Okay, we're trading in price discovery, so things are about to get excited. But yeah, let's take a look. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark out last week's high and last week's low. Okay, just checking the monthly. No, okay, so last week's high and last week's low, why those are gonna be key levels as always. Okay, so last week's high, let's change the color. Oh, like this. Okay, and last week's low. Boom. Okay, go to the daily, and then on the daily some key levels are the weekly open, there, and then Monday low, which lines up with the weekly open, and Monday high comes in right here at 67,900. So let's mark that out as well. Monday high, and let's mark this out with Monday low as well. Okay, then so what we saw here basically was a few weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks of ranging, right? So ranging between these boundaries. We now broke out of this range to the upside. What does that tell you? That this range was accumulation. Okay, people were accumulating longs. Now we broke out. What does that mean? If we get a retest of this area, it should hold. People who accumulated longs in this area will want to defend this area. If we break below, that's immediately bad sign, and a retest from the downside of this area would more than likely act as resistance. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this area and look for an order block on the 3-day. It's pretty damn clean that this order block was the last down move before the expansion to the upside. So that's gonna be our demand, like this. Okay, now what we can also see is that when the weekly closed here, so the weekly closed and we immediately shoot up. Okay, is that a bad thing? Well, most of the times when you have a flat weekly candle, those tend to get filled. Okay, now does that mean we are only looking for shorts? Well, definitely not. I'm actually only looking for longs at this moment, except maybe for scalp longs, but we'll get into that later. But it is something to keep in mind and something we can use in Confluence if we're looking for longs. Okay, why? So now we marked out this demand, we marked out last week's high. So what would be a very nice play in my opinion, if we come down sweep these local lows, okay, and get a quick wick into this green demand area, and then we reclaim the weekly open, Monday low, and last week's high, okay, consolidate a little, maybe sweep some local lows here, then that is your long signal. Invalidation is clean then below this low, and targets are then new highs, okay. As for targets, always use those fib levels, well, I do at least, from the high to then, let's say that this was the low, then you just mark out your 1.618 and your 2 fib level, sorry, and then those are your targets, so 72.7 and 75.3, okay. So that's a first play I'm watching when looking for longs, okay. Shorts, now if we nuke, okay, and we close down here, or we close below the weekly open and start consolidating here, and we get a local sweep of some highs and get rejected, then that's a short for me, with stops, hard stops probably somewhere above here, closer stops above last week's high, and then the targets are first these lows right here, but then into this region, okay. So as you can see right here, we had some slow grind up and build up liquidity to the upside, so there will probably be a lot of stops. We have some inefficiency right here, so then my next area of interest for longs would be below 52k, okay. So those are the main scenarios I'm watching right now. First one, a nuke into the weekly open, quick wick, and then a strong buyback. That's what I want to see. Some consolidation, maybe a local sweep, then I'll get long. Stops right below here, maybe below green. Targets above 70k. If we nuke below here and close below here and start consolidating here, and you start spotting weakness, well, then I think we'll go at least for these lows, but probably go lower for these. All right. So I hope that's clear. Then let's take a look at some altcoins. The first one I'd like to take a look at is Curve. Okay. So this one has basically been in this range. Why this range? So it started grinding up, then made this high. From this high we saw a lower high here, and then started grinding down. Then from this high we went to range high, swept range high, retest back to range low, swept, and then yeah, we just consolidated, chopped around range low, swept some local lows here, upside, reclaimed range EQ, and now we broke out. Okay, so the reason I really like this one for now is because we've been in this accumulation range for so long, and we just broke out. The longer we are in a range, the bigger the expansion tends to be. Okay, so if you simply mark out this area with a box and say this was resistance for the last what is it, I think like 8 months, sorry, well, then now it just got flipped into support. Okay, no price action has been here. Well, not on FTX, probably there has been on Binance. Let me take a look. Yeah, so we have these clean highs that we can use for targets, but as you can see, there hasn't been a lot of price action happening above this area that I marked on the FTX charts. So that's the reason I'm really excited for this one. I got long on this today actually, so I longed before it broke out somewhere around here. Hard stops are below this key level. Why? This, so we broke out of the range, right? Then made this high. From here we saw some downside, range low. Okay, so you can mark that out with a range as well. Range high, range low, boom, And then you can immediately see mid-range pivotal, support, broke below, resistance, resistance, resistance. Today we smashed through, small retest here, and now we're seeing upside. Okay, it could still do something like this, where it pops, retests range high, and then comes down again towards range EQ and then breaks out. That would be lovely, to be honest, but in my opinion this isn't done yet. I think this will perform very well, and we'll see like $7 or something in the near future. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Yeah, like I already said, the reason I'm bullish on this one is because it's been in accumulation for so long, now broke out, and I got my favorite range play where we swept range lows and are now, yeah, going for range highs and beyond. Okay, that's that. Then another one I was watching today was Alpha. As you can see on the daily, key level, swept, deviated below here, reclaim, and then this local range with this nuke, so key high, nuke, key low, mid-range pivotal, resistance today breaking above. Okay, lower time frames, we have another clean range, mid-ranges of those two lining up beautifully. We broke above. Well, we made range high, made range low, swept range low, retest. Okay, and now we're above. So any retest of this mid-range is a buy in my opinion. First target is up here, second target is this one. Okay, so yeah, just very clean. Also you have clean validation levels on these, right? We swept range low here, so if this gets back below this range low, I'd get out. So as you can see, boom, 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 clean invalidation, 1.6R, that's fine, high probability trade. So yeah, let's see. For now it's doing really well. So and then last but not least, what I want to talk about is Tomo. Yep. All right, 1 second. All right, so on Tomo, starting off on the daily as well, we have this accumulation range once again, got above. Here supply broke down. Okay, accumulation range got back above, build up a local range, range high, range low, swept the lows a few times, chopped around, and then clearly showing strength with this candle. Yesterday closed very strong. So what am I expecting now? We build up a local range here, range high, range low, swept the highs, swept the lows. After making this strong move is definitely a reaccumulation range in my opinion. So once we get back above this range EQ, I think we'll see another pop towards this range high. So I'm also in a small long on this one. My invalidation is just below here. Giving it time. If we see another wick, well, another nuke, I want to see it wick below here. If it closes below here, I'm out, and otherwise I'm targeting this. All right, I hope you enjoyed. Definitely check out PrimeXBT, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.